Alright, we are back. Sorry for that weird screw up. I don't know why it decided to do that, which is annoying. Alright, hopefully I can get my chat up. Alright, I don't know why. It didn't unplug or anything, it was not being nice. I'm going to have to loosen my cords up. Alright, we are here. Alright, so what we're going to have to do first is loosen the stepper. I need to get a marker to mark this, which I really don't need to, but actually no, I don't need to. There is no home. It's keyed. But we can anyways. I will just put a mark here and a mark here. I don't think it's going to matter. It shouldn't actually. I don't even know why I did that. It shouldn't matter anyways. Alright, first thing we need to do is we need to get this wheel off. And with the wheels, you can't just go put a wrench on it and turn it, because it's going to keep advancing the stepper. What we're going to have to do is, there's a hole in the side of the stepper here, and the wheel that moves it around has a hole in it. You can put a screwdriver in it like this, and you can break the nut loose. And that will loosen it up. Alright, let's get this unloosened first before I get that all the way. I just like moving these and laying them on their sides. And let's put these here. We'll get the washer off. We're not going to get the washer off, I guess. The washer we're going to have to lift up and then take off. Once we lift it up, these washers will come off. These are little lock washers. We're going to put them on the side there. And here's the nut I was talking about. We're actually going to keep this zoomed in. It makes it a little easier. This is the nut I was talking about right here. And then this is the hole, because you got these holes here in the wheel, and you got this hole that's right here. You can see how it's covering it up. You can jam your screwdriver right through there like that, and it only lets this spin so far, then it jams up and locks where you can't move it anymore. So now we can take this screw off, and this washer, and the fingers slash, I call them octopus sometimes. It looks like an octopus because it's got so many little legs. Now I can flip this over, and this will pull right out. And there's the bell. It likes us. Since we got this out right away, let's just clean it up. I should have just started a whole new beginning and everything. Because now this is going to kind of confuse some people when they start it up and they're like, whoa, what happened? There's going to be like 2 broadcasts. What I'm doing right now is just cleaning up. I'm actually working on my jig for our playfield right now, because I just pulled the playfield off. So I'm kind of done with that. Alright, we're cleaning that off. Might as well just clean this gear off too. It's not really dirty. It's dirty as in not clean looking. But it's not like grimy and greasy and stuff. Otherwise, yeah, it's really clean. Which way? We'll spin it this way. We only can spin it one way because it's got these teeth, and these teeth are sharp. I just don't want it to keep tearing apart my towel. We're just going to take my highly used 3M Scotch-Brite and clean off the shaft right here. That's good. We can take this and throw it over on a table. We're going to take this off. Clean the spring. What time is it anyways? It's 2:30. 2:30. That's when a dentist go to the dentist. When it's 2:30. Get it? That was a lame one, wasn't it? Alright, put that there. This will come off here. And we'll clean the outside of that. Ooh, that's all nice and shiny again. I will get a Q-tip, and I will get some of my Super Lube. Welcome to Mark's Basement Arcade and EM Chat Repair. For those who have just joined us, we are working on getting a match unit back together. It's actually, you can't really see, but it's missing all the parts that go right here. Now I was going to either take it off or rebuild it. And I kind of found parts at the last minute to rebuild it. I'm hoping these are the correct parts. If not, it's getting a bell on it. Hey, what's up, S4 Mabuka? I am horrible at butchering names. Well, I am really good at butchering names, so if I butchered your name, I'm sorry. But yeah, this is Spanish Eyes. I'm just cleaning this. I forgot I got my camera zoomed in really good. So this is just Target Q-tips with naphtha. I'm just getting all the grease out of it. I didn't rebuild the stepper originally when I did the head because I didn't know what was going on with it. Okay, Sam. Sam is good. I can remember that easier. I did not rebuild the stepper because it was missing parts and I didn't know if I'd find the parts or not. And I found them kind of like at the last minute. Well, actually somebody found them at the last minute for me. So what we were going to do, I was just going to take this off and put a bell on instead. But since we got hopefully the proper parts, we can just rebuild it. I'm hoping. I don't know yet. Because I don't know if we do have the proper parts or not. I got two versions of the clanger bell for this game. Alright. Now we got this cleaned out. We got that cleaned out. We got the shaft cleaned out. Well, let's clean off the edge of it. I have a new coil for it. This coil looks very smoked. This game I got not working. It was kind of a basket case slash hacked up machine. I reversed almost all the hacks. I have to fix a couple that are on it yet. This was one of the last ones. The next one I have to do is I have to put a power switch back in it, because the power switch was bypassed, and then there was a box on the back of the head that had like a light switch on it. So you'd reach your hand behind the back of the head and flip a light switch, and that would turn the game on. Interesting, huh? Okay, getting this cleaned off, and this one cleaned off. Then we're going to put this thing back together with the donor parts. Let's get this off. It seems to be good, but we will see once we take it apart. What I mean by good is it's not stuck and the plunger is moving free. There's no coil stop. So I'm guessing there's probably some internal damage on the coil, but that's alright. Actually, I don't need to use this brand new coil. I forgot I was going to take the coil off the other, and that coil stop is stuck right in there. I was going to take all these parts off the other donor piece. Why am I cleaning that? It's missing the main important parts of it. I was going to use all the donor parts to make this work again. I totally forgot. Alright, this is all cleaned. Here's the donor. Let's widen this out. Here we go. Flipper parts. The new parts that are hopefully will work. Here's the donor parts right here. That can go into parts. So we're going to use these pieces here. Most of these pieces. We will be taking off this one. Oh yes, everything's moving, which is good. Take all these pieces off here and flop them over onto here. And then I have to figure out exactly how this bell attaches. I believe it attaches off here and here. So we will get on that. But let's get these parts put back on. Let's set that right there for now, out of the way, so we don't lose it. I need to put a little super lube on these parts and then put them back on. So I use super lube. You can get this at Harbor Freight. Here's, I put a little bit on my pinky, and then we'll put it on this shaft right here, just on the area where we will need it. A little will go right here because we got a rubbing metal to metal on these two pieces. So this goes like this. That'll go like that. We have this bushing that it rubs on. Let's do this too. Put a little that right there. Because then we got this washer. And the other part rubs on. And then we got the spring that holds it all down. There. So this part is back together. Let's get this over here. And let's tear apart this. This is the hard part because I'm working on my pinball jig, my playfield jig, and I can't get at these parts normally how I get to them. So it's kind of a little pain in the butt to work on these. This is the A23-600. I will have to look up on my phone and see if we should put the 550 or 600. I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference. Where's my phone? It's over here. Alright. Let's switch the network first. Oh, come on. It says I can't join it. Oh, is my Wi-Fi down again? I've been having a problem with one of the Wi-Fi signals in my house. Alright, we are just going to have to use what we got. Here we go. What coil has he got on? He's got a 550 on it. So I guess we are going to use that new coil, and then we'll throw this 600 in with my spare parts. And it doesn't show exactly how good. Well, it actually doesn't show at all how that dinger attaches. So we're going to have to figure that one out ourselves. So we will take this and this good coil stop. Set this here out of the way. We will clean this off because this is in really good condition. And we will reuse this part. That other one was all widened out right in here from not being taken care of its whole life. Alright, that will go here. Where's the new coil? New coil stop. Well, not new, but reused coil stop. It's 10 million times better than an original one was, because the original one was missing the actual stop on it. This is so high to work on. Normally I have a table, an old kitchen table, I put down and I put a moving blanket on top of it. And then I work on the heads on that. It makes it so much easier. Okay, that's there. We will leave this hang over there so we know how that went. Alright, here we will have to take this stack off and move it for the donor part. Actually, parts. We'll be using several parts off this. will do is take the screw fully out of one of them and the nut, because this is still good for parts. And then this one we will loosen up. Now I can take this screw, push it out, and no, I guess I can't. I thought I was going to be able to move it, but the bracket is right here, so I can't. So what we will do is take it completely off some. I will put it back on after the show is over. Come on. Let's put these parts right here. These I might be able to use for some other machine where the leaves are bad. Or it's missing a spacer or something like that. Now we need to get this off, which will be pretty easy once I get my little screwdriver. We'll take this clip off here. Clean that off. Stay right there. This will come straight up off. It looks good. This we can put off on a side. I think we're going to use nothing off of it. Okay. I don't think we need anything off that at all now. So, if you don't know who I am, I think you do, Sam. I think we've talked before. But that's my YouTube page. I do a lot of these videos, and I do really in-depth how-tos on this. How to clean them, repair them, rebuild them. I can't do so much on here because on my other videos I will restart the camera and move the camera around in a different spot to get better close-up views. This has got some really thick grease on it. What's good is this pivot point is very loose and free. But I'm gonna put actually a little oil on that. I have a different type of super lube that goes on there. Now since this is plastic and this is metal, we don't need to lube that piece. But right here, I want to put a little lubricant in there. Actually, this piece is not going to be used. I'll just string it up like it is going to be used, and I'll oil it still. Let me get my other lubricant. I just don't want no binding in the future with these parts. This is super lube in a, it's like in a pen almost. It's really liquidy. So what I'll do is I'll put a drop in each of the mating areas. I'll just flick it back and forth like this. And that grease will oil, will fling itself in all the right spots. I'll put a one drop back here. So I can get back in the back, and I'm going to put one right here on the other side. And that will be that for that. There. Now this is real nice and free. So we'll take and wipe any excess off that. There. Okay, this will go right like that. There. C-clip. Screwdriver. Alright. Let's get this gear back in, because this is a little pain to put in. That bell is so loud. Get a little super lube on my finger. Whoa, that's more than a little. Gotta push some of that back in the tube. Actually got way too much on there. This is garbage now. There. This will go on here. And that spring, we will have to put that other spring on. Oh, yeah, let's use this one. We'll have to put that spring on just to keep that from flopping around the wrong way. Alright. So, if everybody that just joined, I'm Mark from Mark's Basement Arcade. I have my own YouTube channel where I do EM and solid state repair. I stream on tvMGC for the Midwest Gaming Classic, which is right here. Please check them out. It's the world's biggest, most giantest show of its kind that is actually in less than 2 weeks, November 5th through 7th. Okay. See, I didn't need that spring, but I needed this lever to do its thing. Alright, that's out of the way. Now here is my dilemma. I have these two clangers. And I do not know how they go on or work. This one, I believe, goes on here like that. But I don't know how the spring works. I think this is the correct one that we will be using. These are for a different model. That would have went on there. But it needs a pivot point, and it can't go on there. So these are for a different model. So this will go like that. This goes on there with a C-clip. How does bell work. You know what I mean? I can't do that. Might be missing another pivotal point that I need. This is the hard part of... I had a chance to take pictures of one of these too. No, I actually ordered these off of eBay. I can't remember who made them or what. I ordered 2 of them. These I got from a local buddy. These are for different Williams. But like I said, I don't know how these attach. There might be a spring that goes on there that I could put on. Harbor Freight springs. Ooh, here we go. This one might work. Yeah. There's a problem when you're putting these on and you don't know. Yeah, this is their Harbor Freight one. Yeah, I don't have, the thing is I don't have the manual that I know of. I could look. Maybe I do. Really leery about moving my computer around while I'm streaming. You guys still see me? Yeah, you can. All right. Let me see. No, I don't want that. Let's hide that. Oh, I don't need that. As long as we're still here. I do have a pile of schematics, and I might have Spanish eyes in here. I have schematic. I don't have the Spanish eyes catalog, so let's see if we can download that real quick. Spanish eyes pinball. Go to internet pinball database. We will go English manual, open. See if it's there. Yes. Okay. Let's get this into page fit. And we will look and see if we can actually find this in there. I gotta look through 46 pages. Match unit, that's the back of it. I don't think it's gonna show the part I need. Bank assembly, bumper. Okay, maybe this might have it. Schematic, I don't need that at all. Oh, come on. And no. Yeah, I'm on it, but it's not showing exactly, you know what I'm saying? It showed the front of the manual. It didn't show the back. which was horrible. Well, it wasn't horrible. Well, I guess it is because it wouldn't let me see it. Come on. Why won't it let me join? Auto join. Join. It won't let me join one of my own networks. Looking up where I made an actual post about this. And see if anyone... Okay, somebody posted a picture. I posted like the same picture of mine with its missing parts. So that's a fun part. If anybody's got a link of what it looks like, that would be awesome. I should have researched a little bit more, but I figured I'd get it back together. At least I got this rebuilt. I can always come back and see how the dinger works. See if we can look up Williams chime unit. Match chime. Images. Okay, it's got chime boxes. I don't need chime boxes. Getting parts is not actually too bad if you know where to get them. I can basically buy all the parts I need. It's just finding exactly the correct parts, you know what I mean? I know on the end here of this unit there should be a what do you call it? A mech or something that hits the, putting OBS back on, that hits the bell. My thing is, I know it's got a hole here. I know a C-clip's going to go on here. But where does the spring hook onto? And what am I missing? And I think I'm missing like two big springs. Maybe. No, it does not go on that way. No, it does not go on that way. And it does not go on that way. It's got to go on this way. But we got to figure out how this part pivots. Here we go, that's a better picture. Let's get the little screen off and just put the regular cam on it. So I know it's got to go on like this. It can't go on like this, because then we can't step. But we can, it dings a little bit. This can't go over there, because this has a stopper on it. So it's got a, hey, thank you, Zone Plans. Thank you very much for the cheer and the 5 bits. We know it can't go on like this. I've never seen it strike here. It's got wear marks on this side. So I believe this goes on like that. But how, or is this got all different mechs on it together? You know what I mean? Does this go on here? You know what I mean? No. That's the thing. That's the hard part. Figuring that out. And my friend just had one too. And I should have asked him. I'll ask him now. The Spanish eyes match unit bell ringer mech. He might actually have one because he just worked on one. I need to find somebody else who's got a Spanish eyes. But anyways, so let's do this. Let's take this off here for now. Put this back on. I'm going to have to figure out how that goes on. I don't know how it goes on exactly. Let's flip this over and at least get this next part done. So what we're going to need to do is get my famous blue towels I use. And we're going to clean this off. Clean the nasties off of it. The old grease, grime, whatever. Now you can see where the wear marks are. That is the only area that we're going to worry about cleaning off. Right around here where it hits all these and just on this. We don't need to clean here or up here. Oh, I got a ding on my phone. Need it. Out. There we go. He said he thinks he might have a picture. If not, he'll run over by his buddy's house that has the Spanish eyes that he worked on. That was Mike from Mike's Classic Pinball. If you don't know him, check him out on YouTube. Mike Sorensen, I believe is his name. I hope I don't butcher it. Mike Sorensen. He's Mike's Classic Pinball. He just worked on a Spanish eyes. So if you go onto his YouTube channel, you will see the Spanish eyes he worked on. Now he's probably going to keep... Okay. Sweet. Streaming now. So, he said he's going to get me a picture, which is cool. I appreciate that. That's what I like about the pinball community. There's always somebody out there that will go out of their way to help you one way or another, either by flipping up their machine and taking you a picture, or looking to see if they got parts for you, or whatever, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Mike's Classic Pinball on YouTube. Check him out. Really nice guy. And that's who I'm just chatting with on my phone right now. But anyways, let's get back to cleaning this. This is green Scotch-Brite. Everybody's like, don't use that. Use this. You know, you can have a whole giant argument about what you use to clean steppers. This is what I use. It's always worked for me. People, some people use sandpaper. I don't like sandpaper. It's just too abrasive. this is not that abrasive. If you look at how this is falling apart, that's because it's not that abrasive. This is wearing out before these contacts are wearing out. I might have to get my other one to clean this better. But this is, ouch. Yeah, I rubbed that so hard, it went through my finger and it burned me from the friction. It's either that or I got something in there that poked my finger. I don't think I want that hard where I generated heat. But anyways, yeah, this is like one of the most controversial things. Some people will say, take this 443 Dremel bit and go like this. And you can clean each one off, which works. Which is working pretty nice. However, I don't know, I like using these. Somebody's on a trampoline again. Get off the trampoline! So, my wife's on the trampoline right now. So everybody, you can hear that squeaking noise. I'm going to call my wife up. Yeah, I'm streaming right now. And everybody heard your trampoline. Alright. Talk to you later. Bye. Well, isn't that nice? The minute she saw my name on a thing, she's like, I'm sorry. But yeah, we got a trampoline that my wife uses for exercising. And it's right above where I'm streaming. And so you can hear that noise. It doesn't bother me that she's exercising. It's just, I'm sure you guys probably heard that. But anyways, so this debate right here with cleaning, everybody's like, you're gonna wear the contacts off with Scotch-Brite. You're gonna wear it off with sandpaper. The only thing I have seen wear these contacts off is electricity. That is the only thing that I have seen wear these off. Where something shorted and everything was landed on one spot and burned it. That's the only thing I've ever seen actually destroy these. So I would not use anything more than 600 grit sandpaper to clean them. I would actually probably use anything over 1,000 to clean these. I like the 3M green scrubby pad. I like that the most for cleaning. Let's throw that in there where it belongs. You can use, I've seen people use metal polish, Brasso. You can use all that to clean this. It's just whatever you like to clean it with. I like using this green scrubby pad and my, just going in a circular motion like that. So, okay, we got all that cleaned just where we need it to be. I'm taking the super lube and we're going to go over these contacts. Yeah, I'm putting a lot on right now, but you'll see why. I want to get them covered where I need them. There. Now, when I flip this over, I'm going to get a clean spot that doesn't have naphtha on it. There. I'm going to wipe almost all of it off. I'm going to go around in a circle like this. There. All this has a very thin layer of grease on it now. And it's protected. So now we're going to get to these fingers. This is the same thing here too. I just go over, okay, I got that one marked. So I know where I started from now. Go over all these and just clean them off. You can use your little Dremel tool on these too. You can do that. I actually found that kind of hard because as I was doing it, they were buzzing around in my hand and jumping, kind of like tickling my fingertips. These were actually all really clean. But we're cleaning them anyways. We're making sure that they're clean. Am I back to the beginning yet? Nope. This is the beginning. Yep. Okay. That will go on like that. Now we got the washer, lock washer, nut. That will go on like that. Let's put on these posts. We'll get these out of the way because we don't know what we're using yet. These are the extra screws for that, what do you call it, that we didn't use. The coil stop, that was bad. Hey Mike, that's Mike right there. That's when I was just talking about that. Is looking for the parts for the Spanish eyes. So yeah, Mike's Classic Pinball. Like I said, go check him out on YouTube. He did a Spanish eyes, and that's why I messaged him right away. So yeah, he's got his own YouTube page. So Mike, if you can bring it up right real quick, throw it on there. Throw your YouTube channel on there so everybody can go check it out. So we are stepping good. I just want to make sure this is tight all the way. So yeah, Mike's Classic Pinball on YouTube, and he did a Spanish eyes. We both kind of like started them at the same time. He finished his because he didn't have any stream commitments like I did, where I said I would work on this on a stream. So he finished his right away. Now, like, we got the new coil, and it's stepping beautifully now. There you go. There's Mike's link right there. Click on that and subscribe to Mike. Like I said, Mike is a really awesome guy. Bend over backwards to help you if you need any help or anything like that. And like I said, like he's doing right now, he's looking. He looked for a picture, he couldn't find it, so he's having his buddy that has the Spanish eyes take a picture for me. And that's what we do in the pinball community. We help each other as much as we can. So what we're going to do now is we're going to hook this smoked coil. We're going to take the wires off it. Oh wow, this coil sleeve is just melted right inside. And then, like I said, there's the, what do you call it? You're just right up there with me, Mike. We're equals on a level. You have your skills on one thing. I have my skills on other things. We're both there. I think we make an awesome team but you live so far away. I think that it'd be a good show, both of us together doing this. I think it would be a blast. All right. So we're going to tin these up. Put a glop there. Put a glop there. Now my soldering skills do not, what do you call it? Follow my soldering skills. My soldering skills are horrible. But we do need to strip this one wire here. Actually, that other one I'm going to probably cut off. This one we are going to have to strip. I figured out how to do these cloth ones. You hold them down and it will rip the cloth. There we go. See how it ripped that cloth right off. These are kind of fun and not fun to do at the same time. You see, oh, that one's really nice. I'll just leave it and desolder it. Now this wire right here, we have to tin it. Like I said, my soldering skills suck. I can solder, but I'm not a pro. And that was a horrible solder job. So I like flux. I cleaned my soldering tip off. There we go. I love flux. The flux will pull the solder right onto the wire. It'll soak it right in. Let's get this over here. And I got a big blob of solder right there I need to get off. You got amateur hour right here, Mark. Making your soldering skills look bad, which they are. My soldering skills are horrible. My hand snipper, because I stripped way too much wire. Take a little bit of that off. Throw that there. We'll take that. And solder that onto there. Do the wiggle test. Yeah, my soldering skills are not great. I should actually work on them better. Everything works when I solder it. It will stay attached, but it isn't the best looking. I've seen people do this, and I'm like, wow. Their skills are just so good for soldering. There we go. And then right here. I believe that's on there, nice and strong. Yep. So that's soldered back on there really good. That one's soldered on there really good. This is garbage. Let's just look at it. Yeah, because electrical tape makes these better. It's weird when you see paper do that. Alright, let's get this out of the way. I want to look at this coil a little bit better. And let's get the coil stop out of it. Here's the coil stop, the other half of it. And it's rounded really good too, so that thing was just like hammering constantly. Coil sleeve is soldered itself. Oh, it's actually coming out. I could actually get that out. You want to see how I get these out? I can show you how I get these out. I will show you that. We'll get a little learning on here. Because if you can get a coil sleeve out, you can usually save your coil. I'm not saving this one, but I will show you how I get them out. Because a lot of people are like, oh, once the sleeve is melted in, they're garbage. But check this out. This is a Craftsman 9mm long socket. It is exact same length as a coil sleeve. Now there is somebody who sells something like this. Almost. The trick is just I have to get it just started enough. And I just hit my knuckle. Almost. There we go. It's coming along. I actually needed something heavier. It's almost there. Wow, this one's in there really good. Do I get anything heavier? No. That's not heavier. Let's get something heavier. Oh, this is working right here. Big old papa screwdriver. There we go. Here's a coil sleeve. Now we gotta get this out. There's a trick on doing that too. That's how you get a coil sleeve out of a coil. Now let's go one step further, since we got that smoked coil. Or is it smoked? Let's ohm test it. Brand new coil. Is this coil bad? It is a good coil. Look at that. It is a perfectly good coil. There is nothing wrong with this coil. It got smoked at one time. It got super heated up, but it's a perfectly good coil. So now what I can do with this coil is I can do two things. I can throw it in my scrap, or I can use it for testing things. I can take in and put a new wrapper around it, and or electrical tape, and I can use it for testing when I get customer games, because sometimes these are just totally garbage. And I can just electrical tape this and use this as a test unit, which I probably will. Coil sleeves should be replaced once every 20 to 40 years. I would do it. But yeah, as you can see, this, I don't know when this was ever replaced, but if you can get a sleeve out, it's not melted in. Yes, there is a link. I don't know if I have it on my computer. Oh yeah, I do have it on my computer. Let me find it. Pinball. Here we go. Here's that. Copy. Paste. That's what I use right there. You can, that link right there will give you a resistance for just about every coil. But like I said, everybody would just thrown this coil out. But as you can see, it did test good. It is a perfectly good coil. Now I can just do this. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, that coil's garbage. You know, it had a roached cover on it. And clean that off. Clean that off. And as long as I get a good label on it, or I cover it back up, it's actually a good coil. So now the one other thing I'll do, we will put a sleeve in it. The sleeve is going to be that little harder part. Actually, this one is so hard putting a sleeve in, I am going to call this one garbage. It expanded way too much inside. So, but as you can see, it is still a good coil. And there's my coil sleeve. So yeah, I am not going to do nothing with this besides put it in my scrap pile. It is too expanded on the inside. Where it heated up so much, it didn't expand. It melted, so it's really tight inside. But yeah, it is still a good coil. Wondering what that is something like this will do in every games type deal. It's hard for me to read these when I'm, because my computer's so far away, but let me get out the chat. Okay, coil sleeves normally cost 60 cents, so yeah, they're easy to replace. Yes, they are. I usually buy them in bags of 50 from Pinball Resource. Wondering if that is something like to do this area. Whenever I shop a game, like this game, every single coil I take off, like when I did these, when I did the score reels. As you can see how beautifully clean these are. You can see it's got a brand new coil sleeve in it. Every machine I do, I tear apart fully and I replace every coil sleeve. Just like this, I put a new coil sleeve in. If you, I gotta put that back on. These got brand new coil sleeves in. This credit unit I did not rebuild because this game has no coil. What do you call it? Mechs in it. Coin mechs. So it's going to be on free play forever. I just have to put a jumper on it later on when I get the game up and working. And sorry about missing your comment. Like I said, oh, you can't really see me now. Two cameras. Here. I'm way over here and everything's way over there. And I have to kind of go like that to get everything. What causes coil buzzing then? Coil buzzing is when you got a wore out coil stop. It gets wore out and your plunger inside your coil is designed to go in so far. And when it goes too far, you're getting that little wiggle like this. And that's your buzzing. That's your coil buzz right there. So when you got wore out coil stops or your plunger is wore out, let me see if I here's that old coil, that plunger that I took off. I don't know if you can see, you can't really see it, but it is actually domed, like it looks like a ditch kind of. It's got a dome on the top of it now, and that's from where it was hitting the coil stop. If I didn't throw that away, is it on top of the garbage? No, of course. Is it on top or no? No, it fell down far. So anyways, get over there. The coil stop, this has been going in and out of the coil like this, in and out, and it smashed the coil free, the coil stop free from actually this part right here. The coil stop bracket. The coil stop actually came off the bracket. But anyways, so this gets a dome shape, so it's like this, and the coil stop gets the opposite. So they both mash together, and that's where it's giving your buzz. You lost some of that where it should stop, and it's actually traveling a little bit too far, and you're getting this, it's getting like a wobble like that, and that's what's giving your coil buzz. So usually by replacing these plungers and a coil stop, we'll get rid of that buzz. But some machines just have that naturally with the flippers. It's just part of their, and there's the bell. So let's take this back off again. And this is how I remove it. I put my screwdriver in there, because this only can turn so far. And where's my wrench? Right here. So we have to put that sleeve bushing back on. There. It fell off. They do fall off once in a while. I usually will pull them off, but that one was stuck on so good, I didn't bother taking it off. I just left it sit there. But that goes right here. That's a thing that helps center this whole assembly when they put it together at the factory. There. That helps center the plate around where it locks down onto. There, we'll put our lock washer back on. Put our nut back on. So, but yeah, that's your buzzing right there. But a lot of games just, they will naturally do it. Like flippers, they will naturally have a buzz because there's so much power running through them. You will naturally have a buzz. And I know a lot of people are like, my flippers are so noisy. And most of us will say, well, put your glass back on. Yes, I did clean these. These I used, this is my falling apart 3M pad. I'll show you what a new one looks like. Well, this is almost new. You can see how it's like this, because I use that for cleaning Jones plugs first. When this gets wore down enough where I can't clean Jones plugs good enough, then I'll cut it and I'll use it to clean this areas. And then when they get so falling apart, like this one is just about, where you can actually see through it, then they're garbage. But they start out almost like this, and then they turn into that. So this will go in my scrap pile because it's garbage. This is one of the original coil sleeves, which were aluminum or brass. They use both. And then plastic usually came later. This one might have had plastic in it from the factory. It kind of does and it kind of doesn't. I can't tell, but on this credit unit assembly, it's got a brass sleeve on the big coil. So I'm guessing at one time it was replaced, and that's why this coil had a plastic sleeve on it. But you can see where it's been charred and smoked. Jones plug of pain. Yeah, you could replace with Molex, I guess. They do have different types of jumper connectors you can make, but they are very easy to clean. Do I have one over here still? Here, yes I do. Oh, watch out for my cords. I'm not going to restart the stream again like I did last time. I keep this one over there. They're really easy to clean. You just, when you pull them out, you just go from end to end like that. Like I say, I use this, and then I go like this. I'll go like that really good, and then I'll go between it like this, and I'll clean each one. I'm just doing this really, just for show right now, because this is kind of wore out. And then I'll clean this side again, and I'll clean this side, and clean this side. You can clean in the middle here. However, if you look at these, make it a tighter. If you look at these, they only grab technically on two sides. You can see right here and right there. That's the only areas of the plug it grabs. I will bend those tabs in just to make it more obvious. Yeah, my camera's in the way. So where are they? They're right here. These are the ones I bent in. So now when we put the plug back in, which is this one, you will see how it spreads them. Now basically, this side and this side are the only contacts that the Jones plug makes technically. This is like a wafer board on the back here. So you got a little bit of the side here that it, let me turn off that little screen. I keep blocking myself. All right. Yeah, you could use like a golf club brush. You could use a brass brush or anything like that. But this is this side, and a little bit of this are the only parts that is actually going to touch a Jones plug. But like I said, right here and here where these two pinch together are the main contact for a Jones plug. Because that's what, let me get that in there correctly. That is what holds it tight, is these 2 points. All these points are squeezing this male part. These are the female parts and these are male. These are squeezing the plug, and that's why they're hard to pull out. It's actually a pretty genius design for back in the day, how these worked. You can totally remove two different pieces of electronics and have a really good seal. But once you clean these back up again, you can they work great. I usually only clean these because these, like I said, these are tight, and when this goes in, it actually will scrape these and create a new clean contact on there. So, but yeah, that's Jones plug 101, and then they're tight. Now we got we'll have a mechanical joint between each side here. And if you really look at this, the front part of the Jones plug isn't even touching anything. It's just really the sides that you got to worry about. It's just the sides you got to worry about, because the front part of this Jones plug is not even touching this front here. It's just these two pinch points right here is really where it's touching. But yeah, I try to keep this over by my computer. Sometimes I misplace it, but that's just basically how every Jones plug works. And they're really hard to pull out once you get those things tightened down. I always tell people, just work each end of the Jones plug and they come apart. And what's nice about it, this little bar that's right here, this keeps you from putting the Jones plug in. I am so zoomed out. There we go. It keeps you from putting the Jones plug in wrong, because this would have been your wiring harness. There we go. This would have been your wiring harness, so you couldn't put it in like that. That's why they have that stop right there. Actually, this pinball machine I'm working on that's behind me, it's a 39 exhibit. There's a notch cut into the top of the Jones plug, and this actually goes through the Jones plug, so it kind of like keys it. So it goes down, and this will actually slide up through the middle of the Jones plug, which is kind of cool too, because then it's totally 100% foolproof. You can't even put it on unless you get that key together. So I don't know what this is off of. It looks like Williams. Looks like a Williams design. Ballie's different, and Gottlieb is different. They're all slightly a little different of each other. But yeah, that's about it. Until Mike gets back to me. Look, oh, he sent me some pictures. Maybe we can figure this out. Oh. Yeah, I was right. It goes in that spot, and then there's a spring. Let's get this out of the way. Where did I put it? All right. Where did I put the pieces? Let's get all my tools out of the way. Yeah, I'll set them on the floor here. Did I put it? Yeah, I put it right here. Okay. So this does go like that. Like it is in a picture. Let's get this out of the way. So that goes like that. And there is a spring that goes from here to something that goes on here. And it doesn't, it helps me a little bit, but then it doesn't, so. I'm also guessing I just can't use this regular arm here. It looks like a regular arm, but it looks like we're missing something over here. So this is what I could do. I could get some big washers. I can put some big washers on here. Yes, the manual did not help. I went on Internet Pinball Database and downloaded it, and it shows the other side of this mech, but not this side, which was a pain in the butt. So what I can do, I can get two big washers, and when it goes like that, it will clang the bell if I got two big washers. I don't know what is attached here. I know on the other ones, the smaller version that goes on different machines, they do have washers on them. Yeah, parts catalog might have another drawing in it, but I don't want to bore you guys with looking at the parts catalog and make this way too long of a stream. This one is a different version of that. It's way different version. So yeah, this had, I don't know what years this went on, but you can see how it's got like some washers that are riveted onto the end. So I'm guessing this one had basically the same thing. I believe the parts catalog would have a correct drawing of this. It's gotta, because you would be able to order this piece or this piece right from Williams. But from what Mike's picture shows me, it does go on like this. His picture is kind of cut off right here, so I can't see this part. And it almost, there's a spring going from here to something over here. You can kind of see in the picture, if my camera will just focus. There we go. There you can see how it's hard for me to do this. There. That's the best way. You can see how there's a spring right in there. But it almost looks like where that spring attaches to over here, there's like another bracket that I'm missing. It almost looks like it. I can't tell. It kind of does. Like maybe there was something where this attached on there. But however, this bracket right here has 2 holes in it. So I believe I'll just attach a spring from here to here, which will give me the gong. I'll put a C-clip on here. I'll put a spring from here to here. And then I'll get some big washers. And we'll put some washers on there with a nut and bolt. And then that will be the gong. Because you see, it almost hits it. It's almost. Doesn't quite. But, yeah. It attaches to the black post with an E-clip. This post right here, Mike. So you get a spring that goes from here to the thing. Yeah. See, that's what happens when people work on these things and you're missing parts. You know, it's just, I don't know why they couldn't just throw them in a bag in the bottom of the cabinet when it fell apart and broke. You know, why take them out and then put them somewhere in some weird spot? So I could put a spring onto the E-clip. I'll actually turn the E-clip that way. I can put a spring on there and that to that. But then on the end here, I'm sure there's bigger. Yeah, they probably could. I've seen it before where they remove parts. I've seen them take the bells off and just leave the mech. It's just the strange stuff that people do on machines to make them work and not work. You know, they customize their own stuff. It's you kind of think, oh, what were you thinking when you did this? Why did you do this? But yeah, they did cut the wire off when it did short out and melt. So we did get that part. But yeah, so I guess I'm gonna have to go to a parts store and get some big washers. Let's measure that. Let's see what size we need. I'm guessing I'm gonna need about 1 inch. Yes, 1 inch washer. Because from there to there, and then from there, would work. Because in the spring, I don't know. Oh, we need like a 3/4 inch washer. 3/4 inch washer would be better because we have between 3/4 inch washer would work. Yes, that worked perfect. That with 2 3/4 inch washers on it. Oh, Mike sent another photo. No, if you would have seen his game when I got it, I gotta wait for his picture to load. On the back of the head, I don't know if I can widen this out enough. Okay, right here where my hand is, on the back of the cabinet, just below where my hand is, they had a box with a light switch on it, and that's how you turn the game on and off. So this area right here is where it attaches the pinball machine. The holes are right here where it bolts up. I know you can't see it. There you go. Well, oh, I just dip it in my naphtha. That's why I put the screw on. Okay. Well, anyways, it will dry. Right here is where it bolts to the game. And just below it on the cabinet there is where they had the light switch attached. Now my basement's going to smell really good. But anyways, yeah, that's how it attached. So they cut the power switch off on the front of the cabinet, twisted the wires together, and then ran the power cord through this light switch and then plugged it in a wall. So you just flip this light switch on and off and it would turn the game on and off, which is really crazy. Oh. So yeah, Mike's, you can't really see that too good. He sent a picture where his doesn't have anything on it. But this armature is probably different. I wonder if I can move the bell over. You know what? I can move that bell over. The bell can be moved. It's got one notch over, so I wonder if they did that. You get a screwdriver on there. Do I got my Phillips? What's right here? Duh. So I wonder if they moved the bell over too. Yes. That's why I usually do these machines in a 2 to 3 hour window, and then I'm done working on them. I do have patience, but oh yeah, see how it slides all the way over. This bell, it goes back and forth like that. Okay. So I can fix this right now. Let me get my C-clips. If I can find them. Here we go. I can fix this right now then. Since that bell slides back and forth, we will do that. And this is why I always tell people, every time you work on a mech, take the clip off and go to a hardware store and get a new clip for it. There we go. That's on there now. Okay, we got that to that. Now he said there was a spring that went from here to this clip. So we can put this back in there and get rid of this and that and that. Alright, now we'll dig out that little spring that I just had. I don't want too strong of one. I want actually pretty decent weak one. Okay. I should have put the spring on first. It'd be so much harder to put it on now. Come on. This thing is just getting it turned so you can get the spring in a hole. There we go. Now that went onto that clip. So we can take this clip off. We'll put it through there and put this clip back on. Are you still with me, Mike? This spring, oh yeah, it is kind of tight, isn't it? That is very tight. I need it to stay like that though. This spring isn't really that tight though. It's got enough, you can see, right, let me tighten it back up. We do have enough where it moves really easy. I mean, this spring, it looks like it's tight, but it isn't. It is moving really easy with my finger. You know what I mean? I don't have any. That's about the loosest spring I have in this kit. But yeah, that is the loosest. The other ones are way too tight. And then I also stretched too when I Oh, okay, you went off your Spanish ice. Okay. Let's tighten this up and then see what it does. Alright, so let's get this like that. This is the hard part. Getting this nut tightened. And this at the same time. Let's get junk out of my way so I can work. Alright. There. Let's get that on that. Get this on that. I want it loose enough so I can move the bill still. It's about right there. I think that's perfect. I moved it. Stay there. I moved it again. Too far. I need to get it more over to the edge there. There's no bushings, rubber washers on here for the bell either. So it is hitting it. Yeah. Let's get that over. Yeah, that's the problem. I don't have any, yeah, that will work too. This is nylock screw. I mean, a regular screw and a nylock nut. And that's the thing. And I have no rubber bushings between either one of these to isolate the bell, to keep the bell, you know, chiming correctly. So I still have to go to the hardware store and get some type of rubber washer. And I'll have to move that over. But the principle is right. I need a rubber washer for here. I need to tighten up, yes. I do need to tighten up. I'm going to need to get some type of rubber washer for here and here. I don't think I have anything in my stash of stuff. Oh, I do have these, but those aren't rubber. Those are like, yeah, I'm going to have to, I have these. These might work. I got a thing on my, Mike sent another photo. Yeah, it almost looks like you got some rubber in that picture, Mike. Let's see if these help. These will isolate the nut, bolt, washer from each other. This is cool. I want to get this completely back together and just be done with this part. I need to get this machine working and what do you call it? Testing. And I do believe that for a bell to work properly, it needs to be isolated somehow. Washer here. Mike's finding picks like crazy. It's awesome. Rubber would be so much better for this. Okay. Yeah, it's just, it needs that rubber. Loose, it's perfect. I make it loose so the bell can move like that. I get a good chime out of it. Okay, seems to like right there in that spot. There we go, that's it, that's done. Moving it, and with those isolators, on there. Did the job. Thank you very much, Mike. I totally appreciate all your help with everything. And like I said, everybody, Mike's Classic Pinball on YouTube. So we got the spring on the C-clip. This is, like I said, it's a very loose spring. But when you do it like this, really slow, you're not getting anything. But I forgot coils snap hard. And that spring makes this move just enough. So if I do it slow like this, we get nothing. But the snap is letting this move just enough. Awesome. Awesome. That snap is letting it move just enough. For that to work. Woo! I'm so excited. Let's go back to 2 cameras so you guys can see me over here. Oh yes, this is so awesome. I really didn't want to completely remove this stepper and go with just a bell. That's what I was going to do. Do I still have that over here in the way? No, I put it away actually. I had a old bell. I bought some parts off eBay, and one of it was just a bell. It looked like a knocker unit, but it had a bell on it. I was going to put it on a honey that I had sold, because somebody completely ripped one of the bell units completely out of the game and there was nothing on it. And then I got that unit and it just seemed too wimpy for the game. So I got one of those pinball resource ones that they recreated. I put one of those on there. And then the people I sold it to did not like the bell because it was so loud. They asked me to fix it, so I'm like, "You got any duct tape?" And they're like, "Yeah," so we put some duct tape on it. Yes. Awesome. All my naphtha is almost dry. I still got to clean the front of this. But yeah, that's one more thing down. I can turn my soldering iron off. One more thing down on this machine. Awesome. I love it. Thank you, Mike, again. So we got the bell working. Everything else is all ready to go. Playfield is just about done. It's actually right here. Well, you guys can see it a little bit. It's right here. That is just about done. All I have to do is put the plastics on it and put the flippers on it. This is completely done, except for I have to flip it over now. No tools left in here, no. I do have to flip it over and clean this wood, throw out all the bulbs, and that's about it. I have to go through this wheel and clean the wheel, even though it's not going to be used. I will clean it in case they win games. It will still click up. I guess I need to rebuild that. I'm gonna go through it. I'll probably put it on free play and max. That way it won't move. I have to clean this. Number I should clean right now while I'm thinking of it. But another use for Novus, you know, well, this is still wet from before. You can clean this stuff off. However, Novus too. Put a little bit on here. Yeah, that's probably why. I don't like removing parts off of machines unless I have to. You know, you can use Novus too on cleaning this too. I usually won't. But if I have like leftover, like on my rig and I'm doing a playfield, you can clean that off. But here I will clean this off. It's got like rust spots on it. There. Now it doesn't match the wheels. These I've all polished. You can see how nice and shiny they are. Those I polished. I got a video on that. Notice how these are all off one digit except for this one. I will have to. I like putting them all on different digits so I can watch them fully reset. That one I'm going to have to step up one. Let me get in there. No, I can't. I can't actuate it to make it step up one. I thought I could get my finger in there enough to do it. It shouldn't be on one, it should be on two. I can't get in there to do it. I'll have to flip it back over and move it. Normally I can get my finger right in there, and I have to pull it down, I think. Here we go. Come on. There we go. Now that will have to reset. I like when I have to rebuild them and get the whole machine going again. I like taking these and putting them all in weird positions. This one. Well, that one was between two numbers. Put them in weird positions. That way when you start up the game, these should all zero out perfectly. But yeah, that's clean. We're clean there. I'll remove these bulbs since the match unit does work now. I'll put bulbs in there. If I was going to remove the match unit completely, I wouldn't even put bulbs back in here. And I put these out. These ones I will take out, and we will put just regular bulbs in there because a lot of people don't like those flashing back glasses. And this is a nice smoky black bulb that when they get like this, if they still work, you need to throw them out because these are going to generate so much heat. I mean, way too much heat. No, these are actually, I totally clean these. These are actually super clean. This is the dummy one. This is metal. These are plastic. These are, the plastic has just aged and yellowed. There's nothing I can do about that. These have been all Novused and Novus-2'd, Novus 1, Windexed. They have all been completely gone through. I actually have a video on how to clean these wheels and polish them. If you notice, you can see the kind of like reflection. There you go. You can actually see right here. You can see the four lights that are above the four fluorescent tubes. You can actually see 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you should do a RetroBite video, Mike, since you're doing like a video game fixing now and pinball. You should try that. Do you have any of these damaged square reels? Yeah, you can see all 4 bulbs in the number 5. Like I said, that's why I do these for a couple hours and then I'm done. So I started, how long ago? An hour and 55 minutes. If I was doing this by myself, I would have probably got a little bit further along, but I needed Mike's help on that, because that's what happens when you don't have all the parts and you're trying to figure out what they were. But I would have went and downloaded I have a Williams manual. I would have looked at that and then went through it and then found out exactly what it was. But it's nicer when you get a buddy to help you on stuff like that. Your buddy gets satisfaction from helping you, and you get satisfaction knowing that you got a buddy that is willing to help you. So that's community right there. That's what makes this such an awesome hobby, is knowing people like that that will do stuff for you, which I totally appreciate. And these I always check too to make sure if they're loose, because these, I don't know why, I guess just the violence of these reels over the years, these will get loose. But these really freaks people out when you take these bulbs and you throw them in the garbage. That's like blasphemy right now. I have boxes that have these in them. These are the old glass 455s. No, I owe you again now. Or unless you just want to say we're even. Okay, G Fuel now, I'm going to have to ban you for spamming. Let me see, we don't want these spammers. First time chat from viewer, want to be famous, yes. Services. I'm going to have to figure out how to boot people. Account suspended or deactivated. Huh, I wonder. I wonder why. Yeah, it says they're suspended or deactivated. Hey, pinballers, thank you for rating us. Would I like to buy spam? Yes, thank you. I am Mark from Mark's Basement Arcade. That is my link for YouTube. I do a lot of EM, pinball, repair, how-to videos, and I also stream for tvMGC. So yes, if you can check out that link that I just put up and follow me on YouTube, I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, since you're here, there's the link for the Midwest Gaming Classic. Check it out. We are the biggest show of its kind in the United States. We have, it's more than pinball. We have pinball. We have any coin-operated video games like Pac-Man, Space Invaders, all that stuff. Then we have console games. We have computer games. Then we have card games. Then we have board games. Any type of gaming you can think of is at MGC. Let me flip back to my regular camera. So yeah, any type of gaming you can think of will be at MGC. Will be November 5th through the 7th, 2021 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin at Milwaukee Convention Center. I can't remember what it is. But anyways, that's the link right there. Yes, the shirt is awesome. I had it at my birthday party. Here's the link again. No, that thing is just still popping up. They're banned. Okay. I don't know why that's still there. Anyways, closed. How do I get rid of that? There we go. Anyways, the Midwest Gaming Classic. So yeah, they got cosplay there. They got tournaments. There will be brand new machines there. I can guarantee you that from the latest. Oh, you like that wood rail, huh? I have a points issue on it. It works. It works really good. But yeah, everything you need at MGC. So yeah, stop by. Everything will be on free play. The Spanish eyes will be there. If you want to buy, if looking to buy a Williams Spanish eyes, this will be there for sale. That will not be. This Baywatch that's right here, this will be here, not for sale, but you can play it. And I have a Williams Lucky Ace that will also be for sale. But yeah, this machine works. It's just got a point issue on it right now. Get it closed up and I'll turn it on. Sorry I can't zoom it in closer, but it works 90%. We're on tilt. So let me start a game. There we go. As you can see, wood rails don't have much to them. We launch a ball. See how when it popped into the 500, it just popped it out, but we didn't score any points. If we hit these, we will get points. We will get points for them. If I landed any of these holes, it will like basically pop the ball up. But it should give me 100 points, which it's not. But if I manually go up in here, wrong one, this one, you will start seeing these animations fly across the back glass, and then we advance our points. So we're missing all these hundreds. We're not advancing, so I have to work on that to find out what's going on, why it's not doing that. It's driving me nuts right now. So that is just a mechanical restoration. I just told him, I said, I am not going to go clean this thing or whatever. I am just going to make it work, because this is a 1939, and finding any type of replacement part for this is going to be really hard. All the steppers step properly. It's got something where when it lands in certain holes here, it should trigger a 100 point advance, and it's not doing that. So I need to figure out why it's not doing that. I got a guy that wants me to make a video of the planes that are going around. I guess he made a virtual pin of this, but he doesn't have any of those animations, and he really wants those. So I'm going to have to set up my camera later on and get a video for him, because if somebody went through all that time to make a virtual thing of this, they need the animations of that plane flying around. And this is owned by a pilot, so that's another reason why he wants it. I'm not into these old pre-war wood rails, not at all. They're interesting for what they are, and I can understand why people love them so much. I really like the flippers. That's more of my game, but this is something that somebody loves, and that's why I want to make it work for them. And that's what I just like doing, you know. I like making stuff work again. So I've had that for a while now. I have to get the Spanish eyes done first, and I gotta finish the Baywatch. Baywatch needs flippers for the top two flippers, and it uses these. This is a coil bracket. They're crazy. I don't know why Data East's like a early Stern. This is the coil bracket. What I needed was this piece right here. This is where the arm pivots. This is for the slingshot. I got new slingshot brackets too, just in case they're bad. But this is what pops up through the playfield and pivots like this. You can't see, but it pivots on there. This piece right here is wonky, where it's wobbling like that and it's going to snap off, and then you won't have any slingshots. But in order to fix it, you have to buy this whole bracket, which includes the coil stop. I understand why they made something like this, because the slingshots are a violent mechanism, and this totally holds it completely down all the way. But man, this is $30 just for this one of these, and it needed two of them. Both sides were bad, so yeah, $30 for just a little bracket that on a Williams you could buy standalone. No, it's got a regular stepper, like any other pinball machine, like the one we just worked on here. It's got a regular stepper that steps, and then once it hits that contact, it just lights up another light on the thing. So those are just all lights, and it's just lighting up the back glass. So yeah, there's no well, yeah, I guess it is a spinning wiper. Yeah, just like a regular stepper, like a match unit, where it's got 10. Yeah, it's got 10 spots on it. Nothing, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, and then the one that triggers it to go to 1000. So yeah, it's got a regular stepper. It's got, there's one in the cabinet down here, and then there's 3 more. I wish I could show you, but I can't disconnect all this stuff. I just had a problem with my camera before I bumped it, and it knocked out my whole OBS. I had to restart OBS and plug all this junk into other things to make it work. But I will be making a YouTube series just on this machine, because it's so wild and weird, and I've never worked on a wood reel before, so I think it needs its own thing. No score motor. There is none at all on this game. Let me get these balls out. 1, 2, 3. I lost a ball somewhere. Oh, it's in the playfield. Duh. Alright. Come on. Let's see what's... I wish I could show you a little bit better. Yeah, you can't really see, and I don't have a flashlight. But there's this whole mechanism that this fires a giant coil and pops these balls up, which is really wild how it does that. The transformer is right here, which is actually on the playfield, which is really wild to me. Usually they're in a cabinet, and then it's got like a score motor there, but it's got numbers on it, and there should be a bulb underneath it that is missing, and then it's got a magnifying lens, and this piece right here looks like it went on the playfield, and it's got you can't really see. There you go. It's like translucent, and I'm guessing it shined a number on there to let you know how many free play or replays you won. But everything I have seen on it so far, for contact wise, were dirty, and then one was a little more what do you call it, out of smack, where it wasn't hitting properly. But I still haven't got anything to work yet, but I've fiddled with that a little bit, but I need to actually work on it a little bit more. As soon as MGC is over, I got to work on my Hurricane, because I just sold that, and then I'm going to work on my Hit deck. Oh, and then I got what do you call it? I got another game. I think it's Williams. if anybody remembers the Backlash, it's a solid state game. It looks like Cylons, you know, from Battlestar Galactica. There's spaceships that look like Cylons on a Backlash. I can't remember what that's. Pleasure Isle. Would you send a... Yeah, I think this has something like that right here in the corner. Right here, I believe. I don't know how, if it would shine it up onto the ceiling or whatever. Oh, I'm guessing that, okay, that paper that went over the top here, it stopped on that, and it would just shine onto that paper. Okay, so that makes sense. That paper needs to go back on top of here. I'll have to tell that guy that when he picks it up if he doesn't know it already. But yeah, I heard of Pleasure Isle. Somebody posted that in an EM group where it had the lights that shined up through, which was very cool and innovative. But yeah, I can't remember. And I got another game coming in next Saturday. I'm picking up another game. It's going to be number 19. It's called Flying Circus, Gottlieb. It'll be number 19 for me. And I got way too many games right now. Viper Cycles Animation. Ancient Sega EM games. I don't think I've ever played old Sega EM. But that'd be kind of interesting. But anyways, yeah, back to this. I have to do a little gluing. I should put these back in so I can clean this up while it's on the thing. I forgot I have to do a little woodwork repair on this. Right here, I gotta glue some of this wood back together. I get my clamps out and take this bar off and then glue this stuff back together right here. It's loose. And it's got these metal brackets. You can see one right here. So this game needed a little bit more love done to it. But yeah, I think I'll go through and take these off and then clean them up, and then I might as well just rebuild the whole thing. I usually rebuild everything anyway, so why not rebuild that? Somebody might find mech someday and then make it back into coin play. But there are no coin mechs. I can see right in the cabinets right here. There are no coin mechs. At least the door's got wiring on it compared to a couple of games I have nothing on the door. But anybody got any other questions? I will put up my link. I don't know why that is sticking. That can go up there. I don't need that. Okay, stay. There we go. Good, it's gone. Alright, here's my YouTube link again. If you like what I do, fix things that were missing and gone and now work again. Check me out on YouTube. Please like and subscribe. I have several games that are on there. Some of the coolest games I actually have on there that you guys might like would be Taxi. I did a Taxi refurbish where I tore that game apart and I had to rebuild the interconnect board. I had to put new connectors on it. I had to jumper stuff because it was damaged from heat or somebody else. I think somebody else really hacked it. And then I had a World Cup Soccer. I had to send the boards out to get rebuilt. It had a restarting issue where if you did too many things at one time, it would just shut the MPU down and the game would reboot itself. Those are my two solid state machines. Later on, I will be having a Williams Sorcerer. I did a complete playfield swap on that. Took out the original Williams playfield and I put a Merco one on with CPR plastics. I think I used Pin X displays. I put lighted flippers on it. And I rebuilt every single mech that was on that machine. all documented on videos. Those will be coming up later on, hopefully by the end of this year or the beginning of next year. And then also I got a Chicago Coin Casino that will be coming up right after Star Action is done. And then again with MGC, I hope to see some of you guys there. I know Paisan's going to be there. But, hey, thank you, Joe Soap, for following. Thank you very much. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the channel while you just followed. tvMGC, we are a variety channel. This is the channel for the Midwest Gaming Classic. I just put a link up right there. We stream a bunch of stuff. There will be a show on tonight. I think it's 9:30 Central Time, called Gamer Zone. Dan Lewson will be on there. He runs the Midwest Gaming Classic. And another guy named Matt, he's the announcer. They will be going over some MGC stuff. Paisan will not be there. Oh, Dave. I was hoping to hang out with you again. Anyways, that will be on tonight at 9:30 Central Time, I believe. Tomorrow will be Ed's Pinball Mayhem Workbench. Ed is my, I would call brother channel. He does coin op machines. Anything that you drop a coin in, he works on. If it's from a Super Breakout cabinet to a Jungle Lord, or I think he's got a Caveman in the works too. And he's also got his own homebrew game. And, ooh, Brathammer, thank you for following. Thank you very much. He has a show on tomorrow. Wednesday, the Gin Master. If you don't know who the Gin Master is, you need to learn who the Gin Master is. He streams like 6 o'clock Central. The Ed's Pinball and Mayhem Workbench is at 7 o'clock Central Tuesday. Gin Master is on 6 o'clock, I believe, on Wednesday. He is one crazy awesome dude. He does video game playing, and he tries to do a whole... Oh yeah, he is a hoot to watch. He's an awesome guy to meet in person. I worked with him at the warehouse, getting some games ready for game nights, and he's an awesome guy, real super, just cool all around guy. But he tries to beat the whole game. He does a playthrough. Thursday is a new channel. It's the 414 guys. I have never honestly watched them because they are on usually when I am sleeping. I don't really like to watch live shows that have chat going on like this, because it's hard for me to follow unless I have the chat along, which I am going to try to do that. I'm going to try to get the chat to go onto my videos so I can follow it. If it's not there, it's very hard for me to watch it. But another thing is, I usually am working when they are on the next day, so I can't watch them late at night. Fridays, Josh does late night leveling, but he hasn't been on in a long time. He's with work and school. Saturday's nothing. Sunday is me at 2 p.m. Central Time. I usually do EMs, but I'm going to be doing a hurricane coming up. I have to tear that apart, LED it, and finish a couple little things on it, and then deliver it. And then at night is Jason. He does, he's been doing a lot of documentaries lately, which are very, very super interesting to watch. He just did a documentary that he showed was like on the birth of arcade gaming and video gaming and how it came to be, and then it ended at 2004 because it was an older documentary, but that was very interesting to watch. And then a week before, he did some weird pinball demos that were like sent out to owners or something like that, how the game knocks down and how it sets up and how it comes out of the box and how it generates money and stuff like that, which was very interesting to watch too. So that is on Sunday nights at 9 p.m. and he usually does 2 hours and keeps it to 2 hours because he's got to go to bed at 11 because he works the next day. And I normally am off today, but I decided to stream this because I needed this bell to work. Because this is going to be at MGC November 5th through the 7th. And somebody gets to take this home. Somebody's going to buy it and take it home. So I need to get it up and working. And I might have it up and working by this weekend. I have the cabinet, which is right here. This is the cabinet. I have to vacuum it out. I got the relay board over there by my refrigerator. You can see the top of the refrigerator right there. It's a little dorm fridge. The relay board is on the floor right there. The playfield's right here. The plastics are over there. So I have to move all this, put the legs on that, get the head on, and do a bunch of stuff for next weekend. Probably I'll be streaming Saturday. I need to get that done, and I got to do a couple things on this Baywatch. Like I said, I got to rebuild the flippers and fix the slingshots. Otherwise, this game is fully working, and it's awesome to play. If you haven't played Baywatch, it is a really awesome game to play. And it's so clean and shiny now. But anyways, I get to the point where I'm rambling on. So again, here's my link. Please click and subscribe. And here is Midwest Gaming Classics. That will be November 5th through the 7th. Check out the link. It is www.midwestgamingclassic.com. Check out the link. Look and see what's involved. I am actually on the Meet group on the website, so you can meet me. I'll be doing a rebuild on a stepper unit that is out in the garage in a box right now. So I have to do a little work on this on the side while you guys are gone, and that's about it. So anyways, thanks to Mike's Classic Pinball on YouTube. Check it out, Mike's Classic Pinball. Search for that on YouTube. He just helped me with the bell on the Spanish eyes, getting this back together and working again. And I totally appreciate it. And thank you again, Mike, for all your help. And I wanted to make sure I didn't break any wires off this while I was smashing it around and bending it and doing everything. Oh, and we got this too. Let me type this in. If you guys are into Facebook, right there, that's the MGC Discord. It's this it's like a Facebook kinda, but it's not. It's like a kind of like private messaging app that has posts and cool stuff on it. But you can follow the Midwest Gaming Classic on Discord, and there's a link right there. You can use that if you're an Amazon Prime subscriber. You can subscribe to us free, tvMGC, by clicking on that link and following how to subscribe. So you can subscribe to our channel free, which will help out Midwest Gaming Classic a lot. I stream for free on them. I don't get anything, or I just do it out of volunteering for the Midwest Gaming Classic. So I totally believe what the Midwest Gaming Classic is about. It's about getting stuff like this, stuff like this, stuff like this out to people and getting them into the hobby, not just coin-op hobby, card game hobby, console, computer hobby, all that type of, anything gaming hobby. It helps get that into people, and we need stuff like that right now, especially with everything that's been going on in the world lately. We need cool stuff like that. So you can watch this stream on tvMGC. It's going to disappear after a while, but I will also put it on my YouTube channel. As soon as this is over, I will download it and pop it up on my YouTube channel, which is again right here. I'm not going to put that up anymore because I'm going to sign off in a minute, but it will be up there. There are past episodes of the Spanish Eyes if you want to watch it. They're all around 2 hours. I do have, I think I got, how many videos do I have on there now? I think it's 330. As soon as my Wi-Fi works. Like I said, for some reason it's not letting me join my own Wi-Fi in a basement. Yes, it says I can't join it for some reason. So I'm relying on my phone service. 334 videos it says I have. But I have another series to finish, and then I have the Chicago Coin Casino, the Williams Sorcerer, I have a Williams Lucky 7, I have some Baywatch, and I think that's about it that I have in the queue that are just waiting to upload. I upload them once a week. I try to once a week, so it's kind of like a TV show. So anyways, that's about it. I'm rambling on. Anybody got any questions while I'm still here? Anything about MGC or what I do? Any questions about how to fix something or anything like that? Ask away real quick. Otherwise, I'm just going to end the stream and be done. This is generic Mountain Dew. Summit, whatever brand that is. My kid doesn't like it. I think it tastes almost like Mountain Dew, so. Anyways, if that's it, I hope to see you this weekend. Nobody usually streams on Sunday, so I sometimes do it if I'm in the mood and I got my stuff set up. I will stream on Sunday. On Saturday. I normally stream on Sunday if I'm not doing overtime at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Sunday Central Time. I will stream. I will be on this Sunday, and maybe I'll be on Saturday too. It may be Monday again, because nobody does early Saturday. Nobody does Saturday at all. Nobody does early Monday. So, anyways, I guess that's about it. Everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you for the couple new followers that we got. Thank you for the bits that were donated today. And I guess that's about it. Anyways, everybody take care. Later.